Hey Canucks fans, let's talk about the performance of our new players in last night's game. I'm Clay Emo, I'm at Canuck Clay on Twitter, I'm at Clayton Emo on Instagram, I'm the founder of the GLCPC, the Good Looking Canucks Positivity Club, and this is my Canucks take, all in one take. It's Clay's Canucks commentary for Thursday, October the 3rd. I'm at beautiful Camp Stillwood, just outside of Chilliwack, about a couple hours away from my home, doing a retreat for St. Thomas Aquinas High School, Catholic school out of North Van. It's their annual grade 11 retreat. I've been coming for the last 15 years, giving a talk to all the students. So it's my lunch break, just waiting for the next group to come in and fill these chairs. But I was able to wanted to record this quick vlog about last night's game. And it's kind of cool, actually. I talk about the Vancouver Canucks a lot in my talks. I talk about my involvement with the team, my social media, also talk about the riot. I mentioned that as part of one of my teaching points. But overall, I'm happy to represent the Canucks, at least in my talks, unofficially, and talk about my love for not only my family, my faith, but of course, my favorite hockey team. So let's talk about them right now. And I'm gonna qualify everything by saying we shouldn't read too much in the fact that the Canucks lost their opening game. You know, it was an entertaining game, more or less. Definitely picked up as the game went on. I'm not freaked out the Canucks are going to go 0-82. I don't think that Edmonton Oilers are going to win the Stanley Cup. It was a good game. Edmonton was excited to play in front of their home fans. They have the best player in the world. He showed that on the game-winning goal. And I thought the Canucks actually dominated, outplayed, maybe not dominated, they outplayed the Oilers, but they just had some bad puck luck, and that game could have gone either way. And last night it went in the way of the Edmonton Oilers. But I do want to talk about my impressions of our new players and how they did in this first game. One thing I want to say too, before I get into that, I want to thank you for the great feedback on my two initiatives, post-game initiatives that I ran yesterday, my 2.5 minute quick recap video, post-game video, and of course my Canucks haiku contest. So I'll be running those after every game this season. So make sure you're following me on Twitter at Canuck Clay to see those. Well, you can see the videos here on YouTube if you're watching this on YouTube. And then I run the haiku contest through Twitter. So if you want to be part of that, make sure you follow me on Twitter at Canuck Clay. Okay, let's talk about last night's game, in particular new players. In my recap video, I talked about Tanner Pearson's monster game. He's a relatively new player, but I talked about his great game. So let's talk about the four guys, the new roster players, and we'll add Quinn Hughes as a fifth, considering Quinn Hughes is a rookie, only played 5 games last season. And let's start with him. Great game by Quinn Hughes, 23 minutes in the first game of the season. Only 90 seconds short of Alex Edler's total, so that's only a couple shifts. So Quinn Hughes was great. He showed why we should be excited about this guy. And he has a lot of the qualities that Elias Pettersson has. I've talked about this before. They're not the same player, obviously, but a lot of the similar qualities that Pettersson has shown. Great vision, IQ, creativity, passing, skating, edge work, zone exit, zone entries, all those things. And we saw all that from Quinn Hughes last night. Was really happy with the way he kept plays alive at the blue line, how he kept plays alive down by the net, how he was out there for the extra attacker, 6-on-5 with the goalie pulled, how he's out there on PP2. And he was making things happen. He's able to skate himself out of trouble. He's able to skate the team out of trouble. You know, that game-winning goal, as I talked about yesterday, not really his fault. He was tired. The gap between him and Tanev was probably a little too big against one of the fastest skaters in the entire league. And he actually got a stick on the puck, but he actually deflected it back to McDavid. McDavid might have likely reeled the puck in and scored anyways. But overall, Quinn Hughes, I thought, played a really good game. The 23 minutes said so. The trust in Travis Green said so. And overall, I thought he was great. Great assist to Tyler Myers on the Canucks' second goal. And that's the one thing I noticed, too, is with Quinn Hughes, because of him, they're a lot more creative in the offensive zone when it comes to the blue liners. I saw more assertive passing, D-to-D, tape-to-tape, across the blue line, both on power play and especially at even strength. So I just think the Canucks are going to be much more creative, much more unpredictable in the offensive zone, and that's a great thing. So overall, I think a great game for Quinn Hughes. I was going to say debut, but no, he debuted last season. He played his 5 games. But overall, great, 23 minutes worth, and I can't wait to see more of him as the season progresses and see how his game develops. So good job to Quinn Hughes. Let's talk about the other 4 new players. Tyler Myers had that assist on that wicked slap shot that Tanner Pearson had the nice deflection on. I thought Myers had a good game too. He's able to keep pucks in at the line, keep plays alive. He's not afraid, like Hughes, to skate down to the face-off dot on the offensive zone and use his stick handling, his good skating for his size, and no big defensive gaffes. I thought he was fine actually, and I thought Myers played a really good game with Alex Edler. So good on Myers. Great game by him. Not so great for Jordy Ben. He didn't do anything bad, but he only had 13 minutes of ice time. maybe a lot had to do with the fact that the other three guys play on the power play, and we had a lot of power play time, i.e. Hughes, Edler, and Myers. So not a lot of power play time for Jordy Ben. He killed some penalties, but the Edmonton Oilers didn't have as many power play opportunities as the Canucks did. So overall, Jordy Ben, a pedestrian 13 minutes. Nothing really stands out good or bad with him. JT Miller, very noticeable. He played on Tanner Pearson's line. Tanner Pearson had 11 shots on goal, so a lot of those were generated with JT Miller at his side. Miller had some chances to score, also had one assist, a secondary assist on the first goal of the game by Alex Edler, and also could have had another assist if Pearson didn't deflect the puck for the second goal. Well, Pearson didn't deflect it. We don't know if it would have gone in, but it was Miller who passed to Hughes, who passed to Myers, and then Myers took the shot that Pearson deflected. So Miller was basically in on both Canucks goals, which is good. A lot of the things that we like about him, aggressive skating, hard to play against, that second line played very well, and that would be Horvat between Miller and Pearson. So good job to JT Miller. And then Michael Ferland, not so noticeable. I think that whole top line struggled a bit. Pedersen had trouble getting on track. Brock Besser, he makes a lot of, he's good, but he makes a lot of needless cross-ice passes, both on the power play and at even strength. I noticed that a lot of, not a lot, but a few times when the Canucks had possession in the offensive end, they lost it because Besser, often looking for Pedersen on the other side or in the middle, was trying to make some cross-seam passes that don't always get through at this level. So that's something Besser will need to work on. No big deal. But Michael Ferland, they just didn't seem to click. Maybe it's because they never had a lot of good time together in the preseason. This can obviously change after just one game. But Michael Ferland really didn't do much. He still had 16 or 17 minutes of ice time. So he had his ice time. You know, he took that one, not nasty, but one big hit from Darnell Nurse. So maybe that shook him up for a little bit. But hopefully we see Ferland back on track in Game 2 on Saturday. So that's really what I thought of our 5 new players. I thought Hughes, Myers, and Miller were really good. Hey. No problem. I'm just recording my Canucks vlog. That's Etienne. He's one of the teachers here. Thanks, buddy. See you in a bit. and then, so I thought Myers, Hughes, and JT Miller had good games. I thought Jordy Ben and Michael Ferland not as strong, not as noticeable. But again, like I said, it is game 1. There's proof that it's just my Canucks take all in one take. Not interrupted, but having special guests, even though they weren't planning to guest. So Canucks fans, I'd love to know what you think. What do you think of the Canucks game overall? And in particular, what do you think of these 5 players and how they did really with their first 4 years with the Canucks and Quinn Hughes, only game number 6 total. So tell me what you thought about the games of Quinn Hughes, Tyler Myers, Jordy Ben, JT Miller, and Michael Ferland. Do you agree with my assessment that Hughes and Myers and Miller were the standouts compared to the other 2 guys, Ferland and Ben, not so much? Leave a comment below. I love to read, react, and reply. As always, subscribe if you'd like to, like this video if you'd like to. Enjoy the day. I gotta prepare for my next session of talks, and I'll check with you tomorrow morning. God bless. Go Canucks, go.